Hi there, I'm Ananda Shakti, and today I'd like to engage you in a conversation, even though it's cyber, about heartbreak. This has been quite a theme these days. I'm noticing a lot of people are posting about it, so something is really moving. And the truth is, the times that we are in right now are a result of the culmination of unresolved heartbreak of all of humanity. In the transmission that I received for 2020, just before 2020 began, and before COVID or anything like that began, it spoke all about this. It spoke all about the year, everything that was going to be happening, and it spoke about the fact that the root cause of everything that we're in is the unresolved heartbreak of humanity. And that this unresolved heartbreak creates a perceived emptiness inside. And this emptiness then tries to fill itself up, as emptiness would. And it fills itself up with material things, and it is insensitive because it is desperate. It believes it is empty, and it knows in its truest self that it is meant to be full. So there's a desperation in the way that it fills itself up. And then we have everything that we have now. We have all the destruction, we have all the conflict, we have every problem is unresolved heartbreak. So how do we resolve it? First of all, just to be able to look at our life and to look at the planet through this very simple lens will help to calm you down, because it's something that's very direct. You can do something about it. Otherwise you look around and it's like, this is just overwhelming and I can barely deal with my own patterning, never mind what's going on in the whole planet. But when you understand that it distills itself down to unresolved heartbreak, it doesn't seem so overwhelming, it doesn't seem confusing, it doesn't even seem shocking. It's just what it is, it's unresolved heartbreak. And then for yourself personally, because of course that's all we can really do anything with, is ourselves, we can start to do that inner healing. And I suggest at this time really making a very self-honest list about where one feels that sense of heartbreak that they are aware of. And of course there's going to be places that you are unaware of that will start to come into more consciousness the more you begin to look at the ones that you are aware of. And the resolution needs to come from not so much from therapy, although there's nothing wrong with that being a support system, but from a paradigm change in reality. An actual ability to see things as they are and to accept them that way, which means that to recognize that the world of name and form moves naturally through three phases: creation, preservation, and destruction or dismantling. Our heartbreak is because we are trying to stop the dismantling part of it. We're trying to stop, we wish that something that is painful has not happened. Some kind of dismantling, some kind of loss had not happened. And when we hold the heartbreak inside, it's us like, no, we're trying to make it not happen. But it does happen, it's part of reality. So this is not even some kind of high philosophy that you have to reach for. If you can just look around, if we can do this, all of us, and accept the way that life really is, then we can start to move in a healthy flow with it. This understanding, the acceptance of these three phases, creation, preservation, destruction, will allow us to heal the unresolved heartbreak, because we get to the point where we realize sooner or later, it had to be. Of course, the stories around it, whatever, that's what it is. But the fundamental fact that something became dismantled in a way that you didn't want to is actually part of the natural process of life. And when we can embrace that, then it's much, much easier to resolve whatever the story may be around it. So at this time, if you can allow yourself this incredible gift of simplicity, and with loving, tender kindness, look into your being, look into your experience of life, look for where the look for where you feel unresolved. Look for where you feel stress or anxiety, and then connect the dots to heartbreak. It'll be such an illuminating experience, and then start to do the work to unwind the heartbreak. Then you can go and look out at other people. You can look at the whole global situation. It calms the whole thing down because you understand the root cause. Because part of the great anxiety is because we're like, how is this happening? Or how could they be doing this? Or how this or how that? But they can, and they do, because the hearts are broken. And this is the way that human beings behave when the hearts are broken. When they don't understand and don't have acceptance for the natural phases of the experience of life. When we can unhook ourselves from how much energy we invest in trying to prevent the dismantling, we have incredible life force energy, we have incredible vibrance, and we feel peaceful and harmonious because we are aligning ourselves with reality. I hope this is helpful for you. It's very helpful for me to remember this information. I just like anybody else can run off into really complicated psychology, and this is simple psychology and much more potent and such a gift to remember. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the feed. I'd be happy to respond. Take care. Lots of love.